also madly in love with you. Let's up those doubts. That is right though, Raw did start with Drew McIntyre stood in the ring, and he did all have this spooky, moody lighting. That's just what happens when you go heel. So he must have been consumed by the dark side. He was all like, oh, I know that everybody is upset with me, but I'm upset too. Because if you've been watching the show, and you have been following the storyline, well, of course he didn't say storyline, I have actually done nothing wrong. Because he didn't change, and not one lie has come out of his mouth, and he's been doing exactly what he said he was going to do. And if you don't like it, go flub yourself. Drew also pointed out that before he screwed over Jey Uso, he looked him in the eye. And did anybody in the bloodline do the same for him? No. Side when it comes to war games. And why did he do this? Because Rhea Ripley offered him something that nobody else could: Jey Uso in a cage. That's a good line. Now by this point he had said his name way too much, so Jey Uso did interrupt. He was like, I'm going to give you a yeet down as opposed to a beat down. I was like, yeah, Jey, you got to keep saying that. Of course he wasn't able to do this because the rest of the Judgment Day appeared, and just when they were going to kick his ass, here came Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins. And somehow Adam Pearce was there too. I mean, he quite literally must have teleported in. Where did he come from? He was also laying down the law, because he was all like, if you hit him or he hits you, the person responsible will lose the advantage at War Games. When he went all Nick Aldis at SmackDown, he turned to Cody and his team and said, right, you've got a few hours, then I have to know the fifth man, otherwise you get nothing. Why are these general managers so impatient? The commentators also heavily teased who this could be, but deep down in our tootsie toes we already knew. Trust me, it's very, very good. The best part about all of this was how the baby faces were dressed, because Seth Rollins was a llama, Sami Zayn appeared to be a country ye olde English gentleman, whereas Cody Rhodes was a 1965 detective. And I just thought it added so much personality to them because they did stand out. Also, it ties into the story. The Judgment Day are a group, whereas these guys are just some individuals trying to do what's right. But all of this was very entertaining. When the Judgment Day fell out again. This isn't going well at all. Once again, it was Damian Priest, because he was like, well, it's Rhea Ripley. Why didn't you tell me Drew McIntyre was going to do this? Rhea was like, I didn't know. That Scottish guy kind of just does whatever he wants. I was surprised too. As we were going to have a main event match too to decide who does get the advantage in War Games, Damian was also like, well, I think I should do it because I'm super duper great. But that's when Ripley kind of planted a seed, and she was like, well, actually, no, we probably should wait for Drew, because he is on our team now. So you can see what's happening here, and Damo is not long for this world. I think he's going to die. They're going to kick him out of the Day of Judgment. But we have been teasing this for weeks. Once again, it makes me feel warm and fuzzy in my tum-tum. I appreciate the storytelling. I'll tell you what else I appreciated. Nia Jax versus Raquel Rodriguez. How you doing? You may have noticed recently there has been a big return when it comes to big wrestlers slapping wrestler meat. So here somebody looked at Nia, they looked at Raquel, and they were like, well, you're powerhouses, so why don't you just go out there and slap some meat? So they did. I mean, Rodriguez started this by just running through Jax when she used the ultimate comeback move of 2023, the crossbody. That's when I was like, you can't do this to me. So she held her into barricade, and she hurled her into the ring post, who, by the way, had a terrible evening. Everybody had it out for Rhea. And the whole point of this is that it injured Raquel's back, so she was like, oh no, how am I going to use all my strength? So every time she tried to pick up Nia Jax, she wasn't able to do it, because the back was like, no, if you're going to abuse me this way, you get nothing. It's like WCW versus NWO Revenge. It was really good though, because eventually she was going to go for the bomb of power, and this crowd went crazy, like, oh my gosh, we're going to see a mega power bomb. When it didn't work, her limbs did give out, so Nia Jax was like, perfect. She gave her the Annihilator, 1, 2, 3. They also melted down, because there was no nonsense, and there was no shenanigans here. Raquel Rodriguez had just injured herself, which meant she was going to lose. That made this so damn wonderful. Because now, am I going, oh, Raquel Rodriguez, what a loser. She wasn't able to win. No, I just enjoyed it for what it was. It's a massive round of applause. What an unexpected treat. And sure, we're not going to think about it for too long, but who the hell cares? when we did get this video.
What up, my brothers? We're gonna win, you know.
Into like her ancestors now. Shout out to the league.
Be a man.
Back to Damien Priest, who once again was freaking out because Drew McIntyre finally arrived and he was like, oh, look who graced us with their presence. But I think this is the best way to say hello. Now, of course, Drew wants to win the advantage match. I mean, you can see that coming a mile away. When Rhea turned to Priest and said, well, look, we did make you the captain of the War Game team. But maybe you should actually do something and decide. This is when Damo probably stirred the pot, however, because he was like, oh, well, Drew, don't think I like you either, because I was going to cash in this Money in the Bank briefcase, and who screwed me over? It was you. Man, when you break this down, everybody just hates everybody else. Like, when I go home for Christmas. Eventually, Priest decided, you know what, Drew McIntyre, you can have it, and let's see what you can do, and don't drop the ball. McIntyre's like, oh, it's a great decision. So now there you go. There's part 1, part 2 coming later. Bit of a video for War Games next, and Michael Cole had the best line. Because when we cut to him, he was like, well, you know, we need to also decide who's going to have the advantage in the Women's War Game match, so you can vote for this, courtesy of Ruffles. I thought, oh yeah, thanks Ruffles. And I half expected a really cute dog to walk up and say, Simon, it's okay. All of this carried on too because we worked with the good guys and they all decided, yes, Jey Uso, you should now be in the match because you want revenge on Drew McIntyre. But remember, even though we are happy chaps, you also discuss who the 5th man could be. So like, don't worry, I have this thing called a phone. I'm going to give someone a call. And just ringing people. Where's the pre-planning? Well, yep, even though we did have this big video and she has a title match against Lyra Valkyrie tomorrow night on NXT, Becky Lynch beat Xylee. Lyra Valkyrie had also come to Raw to watch this because I guess she's scouting. But look, I gotta tell you, over the last few weeks, Xylee has absolutely turned things around. It's nice to see her on TV, to be honest. And this Becky Lynch is having a hell of a 2023. She basically looks at the women's division and says, you should be a star, you should be a star, you should be a star. I am a star. Let's smash it all together, get going. And I was a little bit surprised because, of course, I'd seen Xia drinking tea recently. So how the hell can that not help you in a wrestling match? Essentially, her plan was, well, I've kicked a lot of people in the head, and they've gone down, so maybe I'll kick you in the head too. So at one point, she did do an arrow. Great grandmother must have used to have done that. Eventually she did down this big boot to the head and it did not Lynch out, but she fell to the outside of the ring, so what were we to do? I tell you, the referee went up to her and he was like, oh, that's it. You're clearly finished. The Beck said, nah, I feel fine. The referee up, something else I could do. And the fight continued. We didn't actually tie this in though, because Lee was then like, all right, well, just do it again. She tried, she missed, she brought in the ring post. This is what I was talking about earlier. They both got back in the ring at the last second. Manhandle slam, 1, 2, 3. So look, if you want to spin it this way, you can say that Xia came this close. I also thought this was pretty good. There's also no nonsense once again. Oh man, it's like entering Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. What the hell does that mean? That definitely didn't happen in the movie. Of course, right away, Damage is over the hill. They don't care about brand splits. They were here to beat Becky Lynch up. But all of her team were here too. Charlotte, Sasha, and everybody else. And they had a big report. Adam was here, just melting down. He was having a terrible time. It also meant that we triggered this massive brawl. And I'll be honest with you, when it comes to these kind of pay-per-views, premium live events, I'm not the biggest fan of having the stipulation done twice. WWE has done such a fantastic job. Plug me in because I am ready for it. Definitely get it. And do you want to know the other theme of this evening too? Well, I'll show you. You used to be my friend, but now... And do you want to know the job? Plug me in because I am ready for it. Definitely getting it up. And do you want to know the other theme of this evening too? Well, I'll show you. You used to be my friend, but now I don't like you.
Well, it's funny you say that, because after thinking about it, I don't like you too.
Because that's right, we were here with Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci, and Ludwig basically said, well, look who it is. Giovanni, I think you suck. I mean, mostly he was just worried about what Gunther was going to do to him, whereas Giovanni was like, I just want what's best for Imperium. When Ludwig was like, listen, I have a match later, and answer me this, boy. Do I want you at ringside? No, I do not. He did it, that's weird. Nobody would talk like that. And then this quick video for Zoe Stark, because of course she is going after Rhea Ripley's championship, and I will say this. They're going to have a really good match, and there's a little something later on. But do I think WWE could have bigged this up just a little bit more? Yes, yes I do. That's why I'm nodding my head. Which is when we got to Ludwig Kaiser versus Johnny Gargano. Oh dear. Ludwig lost. Now, I'm not going to lie, there was a small part of me that was like, oh man, for the love of everything. If Ludwig does just get defeated here because Johnny out-wrestles him, that will be absolutely fantastic. Almost did that, but he also didn't. Beforehand, they were just rocking and rolling again, and these two are so damn good, they deserve all the flowers. When Giovanni Vinci decided, well, actually, I don't listen to you, Ludwig, I'm my own man, and he did come to ringside. But of course, no professional wrestler can handle this, and as soon as he did see Vinci, Ludwig had a massive meltdown, which meant he actually forgot he was in a wrestling match. Damn. And of course, meant when he turned around, Gargani was ready with the one final beat, and he got the 1, 2, 3. But I'm going to tell you why I didn't mind it. 1, Johnny getting a W is never bad. 2, we're still going to do the tag match if we give them time, that was fire. But 3, sure, it was the classic distraction finish, but we barely did any on this floor, and quite literally last week, every single match finished that way. I do want to point out, I swear that Giovanni was quite happy about this. Maybe I am mistaken. Still, this was very well done. I'm so damn pleased afterwards, because I'm a nerd. I think it was around about this point, somebody in management went, oh yeah, we've got those women's tag team titles. Because from nowhere, Piper Niven and Chelsea Green were backstage, where they were surrounded by every single team imaginable. Like Jurassic Park. We had Natalia and Tina, Katana Charles and Kaden Carter, plus Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell, and they were all like, well, we deserve a title shot. I was like, that's not true at all, none of you do. Maxine Dupree and Ivy Nile also turned up, and this is quite funny, because I think they wanted to speak to Adam Pearce about something else, but he just threw them all in one big pot. You're all driving me crazy. You know what? We're going to do a fatal 4-way later. The winners will be the #1 contenders. This is when Ivy is going to correct me. Too much He's also the epitome of DPS, East title shot, but it is just what WWE and all wrestling promotions do. When Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley walked into the Judgment Day locker room and sat there with Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler. Why not? Now, of course, this was just so somebody could lie to us, because Zoe said she was going to beat Ripley, and Ripley said, no, I'm going to beat you, Zoe. So we shall find out at Survivor Series. I've got a slight inkling that Rhea Ripley is going to win. I like Zoe Stark a lot. Just ain't the time. Clearly, Pearce had no patience on this evening either. We went straight into that fatal 4-way. I was desperate for Maxine and Ivy to win as well, because talk about falling away from an opportunity. But man, this dude clearly desperately needed her training via Chad Gable, because she was doing all this technical wrestling stuff. She looked pretty good. She also hit this massive splash onto everyone when Carter and Katana were like, wait a minute, we're a proper team. We're double team. Somehow they ended with Natalia putting a sharpshooter on chance, but everyone broke that up. Like, man, she's fantastic. She is big, educated, highly alpha academy. All she really needs to do is put that was done. One of them wants to do something off the top, and Matty cut that off when Dupree was like, I'll go for the ultimate comeback move of 2023. But Tegan Knox, she was like, wait a minute, I know what she did. She essentially hit a version of the most devastating move in all sports in a surprise roll-up, and she got the 3. So there you go, Natalia and Tegan Knox going after Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. The best thing about this is that you can abbreviate it to Nan versus Cat. So if you do this at the premium live event, it's your grandma versus some headwear. So yes, I still think the WWE can do more with these championships, but overall, it's a good bit of business, to be completely honest with you. I agree. Gunther then found his son. I don't really know what's happened recently, but he was like, Giovanni Vinci, you are just making me so damn proud. But you, Kaiser, I mean, I can only assume that Mario must have defeated Ludwig's battleship, and that's why Gunther is so mad. And he was even like, look, maybe I put the wrong guy in charge. Go and sort this out for yourselves. Because right now, I gotta go deal with the Miz. So I'm still a little bit worried he's gonna kill one of them. And we kind of did a copy and paste, but instead of the women's tag teams, it was with the men. Since we had the New Day, Indus and Vera finally come all over. DIY, Imperium, the Alpha Academy, which is now Otis and Devour, and the Creeds. Once again, Adam Pearce was just so fed up. He put them all next week in a #1 contender. And Pearce just need to calm down. So once again, this probably needs a little bit more thought too. Hysteric stuff. Because Adam went to one of his stage sessions and like getting Nick Aldis on the phone. Nick Aldis was from nowhere. So I've been trying to think all morning.
It was me. I did it, Wizard, in the sky. Now they rang me up. He said, hello, Mr. Wizard. Can I please use your magic cab service? I said, of course you can, Nick Aldous. Ever since you introduced us, I will do anything for you. I said you were wrong. I am.
The tag team titles, I'm a little bit worried about split them up again. I much prefer having unified championship belts. When it was time for Gunther versus I thought they did a really good job. Now, as ever, Miz is all about the fact that nobody respects him. So Gunther cleared this up. He's like, well, if I just say straight to your face, I think you're rubbish. As far as he sees it, the ring is for fighting, and Miz is nothing more than an entertainer. But Miz saw it differently, because he was like, no, man, that means I can do stuff in the square circle, all the little things we do outside. Wonder Man there too. He also mentioned some of his heroes such as Randy Savage, Mr. Perfect, Rick Rude, Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, all people that had held the Intercontinental Championship. And listen, we're still talking about them now because we remember their legacies. But when it comes to Gunther, he is not going to have a legacy at all because he's a giant goober. Miz also admitted throughout his career he has fallen and been at the bottom. And he has been able to climb his way back up to the top, which is why he is where he is today. But when it comes to Mr. Ring General, you've never been down there, and I'd like to see you do the same, because listen, my friend, I don't think you have the balls. Gunther then just had the best reply, at least for a heel, because he knows the heel. He's just talking to Mike Mizanin, the guy that used to be at school, and got bullied because he did look up to these people, and then when he finally became a WWE superstar, what did similar type of individuals do? They bullied him too. Gunther doesn't think he's been bullied enough, so he is now going to bully him. Like, man, it's the most horrible thing I've ever heard. As a man that was also bullied, I started to go, Miz, you go get him, mission success. The champ also told the challenger that he should be over the other side of Barry Barricade and with all the insecure fans, which I took as another shot. But look, as good as the Miz was here, I did bring the police over. I need to report a murder. Gunther tried to push him, and he was like, man, I'm done with this. So he started to fight back. But it was terrible at first anyway, because he got booted right at the face. But when Gunther picked him up, he hit him right in the testicles and he laid him out with a skull-crushing finale. Once again, it's just a smart bit of business because you are being told, well, look, yeah, sure, there's no chance to miss anything. Although he is happy to see it, maybe he will. There's absolutely no way, because it'd be silly to say quite a lot Gunther at the moment. The thing is excellently here, and also, it's essentially the story of Rocky IV. I love Rocky IV, and they got me sold on this match. Bravo all round. When Seth Rollins was being a little bit annoying, and I was like, yes, we get it, Seth. Because he found Jey Uso and he's all like, look, you need to be serious here, man. We need that advantage in the War Games. And if you're not serious, then nothing will be taken seriously. And what are we going to do about seriousness? He also finished it with, but I know you know this. So like, why are you telling him? And when Jey Uso kind of pumped around, because he was so hyped for this, Seth looked at him like, I don't think you're taking this seriously. And this did knock Jay, because he stared at Seth. He's like, what do you really want me to do? Well, I really trust this guy. Maybe something does happen on Saturday. When we got Shinsuke Nakamura versus Chad Gable. I'm amazed to hear this. It is going to feel like we moved away from the idea that Chad may become the Intercontinental Champion. But maybe that's the point here, and it is a red herring. I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news. He laughed. Chad also launched himself as Shinsuke to begin all of this when we cut to the commercial break. When we returned, Nakamura was in control. And this time, WWE did show us because we saw it in the replay. And I was like, oh my gosh, my joke is totally destroyed. Gable still had a plan, which was to break the neck of Shinsuke Nakamura because he hit a neck breaker. When Shinsuke came back with a sliding German suplex, when Chad Gable was like, one better, and he hit him with a story German. It's the Island Deutsche Suplex Party. Chad then wanted to go for the moonsault, but Shinsuke got the knees up. This is when he was going to go for the Kinshasa. But Gable reversed that into the ankle lock. So damn smooth. Well, this two-team to the turnbuckle got exposed. So you're like, well, man, that's going to tie in. And of course, Nakamura grabbed Gable, and he was going to hurl him into the metal. But Chad stopped himself, because he's not an idiot. He backed off. You can't hesitate a wrestling match. So Shinsuke, his variation of the most devastating move in all of sports entertainment. He gets the praise. This just ties into what we've been talking about the whole show. Yes, it was nonsense, and it wasn't outside the fact of interference nonsense. And it actually worked. Laura felt like a bit of a dickhead. Chad Gable felt a bit like a hero. Once it was just good, as was his entire Raw, and a wonderful time. There's also a brand new video for Sensei. And you know what? Now that Randy Orton has this Raw game, we'll talk about it in just 1 second. I think it's simply I'm talking about Cody Rhodes or Sami Zayn. The big line is I will go face you after your next battle, and War Games would be a battle. I know that's not amazing as a surprise. Cody Rhodes versus Shinsuke Nakamura. In a second. Yes, I will. So please do just give me that package of joy. Sounds really bad. When Drew McIntyre made a little bit of a mistake, because he found the Judgment Day and he said, do not be ringside for my match. Daniel Priest was great here. He was like, oh, I don't think we offered, did we? Passive aggression for life. We also saw Ivar, the Viking Raiders, and Valhalla challenge Bronson Reed for a match. That's going to be some big men slapping man meat next week. When Sami Zayn was hyping up Jey Uso, and Seth Rollins was back, and now he's being all jovial. And I was like, what is wrong with you? You also got to make a tease for the evening, which I've already ruined, because Rhodes was all like, I've made the call, and he's in. I didn't. Ellis? No, of course they didn't. They were going to wait at the end of the show. Which is when we did get Drew McIntyre and Jey Uso, WWE sent them out there. Just let them have a right bang. Angry I'm all mad now Drew is so good as well because he stalks around with this mad look on his face and he was trying to break Jey Uso's neck with a neck breaker and he just threw him into ambulance people. He just looks so damn enraged. Uso was able to hit him with a Samoan drop. Thank goodness he is Samoan. But when McIntyre charged at him, Jey got out of the way and Drew went into Rhea the ring post. So look, if you do see Rhea today, just give her a hug and a kiss. It was so unnecessary. But also this is the Claymore, which is when you're like, oh my gosh, maybe something is going to go down. But when Uso McIntyre ensured his penis went into the damn thing, and he dragged him to the middle of the ring, and he hit the super shot DDT, and he got the 1, 2, 3. That does rhyme, so it must have worked. Now I actually like this because one, winning with the DDT gives Drew McIntyre 2 moves to be victorious in matches, and it also gives him a spin when it comes to his heel segment. And even though this did come out of nowhere, I thought that was joyous. You don't want to be able to call, oh, the finish is here, the finish is here, the finish is here. Sometimes you have to go, wait, what? How did it happen? Rhea Ripley popped up right after this too, and she wanted Drew to go on Mortal Kombat, and she was all like, his fatality was going to be hurting him through a table, which is when the rest of their judgment were here. But of course, Cody Rhodes' music then hit the whole audience this way, and they made the save. Somebody also acted like he was pleased to make any kind of sense. Well, he's just started to drop all of the hints and all the nicknames that he could come up with. And he used what's mine is mine and what's yours is mine. Oh my God, it's Rico now. Or a treat. When we get the word legacy, we got the word apex predator, and we got voices in our heads. Even though we didn't say these 2 words, of course, everybody knows what was practicing. You should go and listen to this crowd. They were so intimate, they were so spicy. I think because they thought they were going to see Randy. It was so damn well done though, you can feel the energy of the room. Apart from one person, which the camera made sure to grab, or Jey Uso who was having a meltdown. This is why WWE is so good at it. Of course it all ties in. Where has Randy Orton been for the last year or so? On the injury shelf, because who took him out? It was the Bloodline. So that James was like, well, it's great we do have a bit guys. He's trying to kill me. But it's just great storytelling and it's going to tell you why the Bloodline has been. And in terms of the main event package, this absolutely who put them out? It was the Bloodline. Great we do have a bit guys. But he's going to kill me. But it's just great storytelling and it's going to people why the Bloodline has been. In terms of the main event package, it's absolutely fantastic. What's the point? So as opposed to the end of the show, there's no blood the last year or so on the injury shelf because who took them out? It was the Bloodline. That's Jay. Great, we do have a
I want the Vagon.
He's gonna kill me. But it's just great storytelling and it's another tip for why the Bloodline has been so good. And in terms of a main event package, this was absolutely fabulous. Honestly, I'm so desperate to see some Iron Series, which was the point. It is getting out. Doors that brought us to the end of the show, and as you can see, I had a really good time. This is going to annoy many people that watch, because some people say that I'm biased towards AEW, and some people say I'm biased towards WWE. So I can't win. So I am winning, because wrestling is great. Please do leave a comment below and let me know how wrong I am. This does happen every single week, so I may as well know. Like the video, share the video. Check the video on the screen right now with the ups and downs for AEW Full Gear. Make sure you check that one out. Go to whatculture.com, follow us on social media. Just get pumped for the Survivor Series. But once a year.
As the biggest wrestling company in the world, World Wrestling Entertainment produces hundreds of televised matches per year and have tens of thousands of them either readily available via the WWE Network, YouTube and home media releases, with a great many more stored away in their vault until they're ready, or in some cases not ready, to
I need the ray gun, I need the ray gun. We are almost.
Changing mass. Contract located. Let's move. Cancel my last. Contract located. Close the move.
What up, boy?
Let's move! Active contract located.
Oh.
I've marked one of the Dark Ether's top brass. Wanted, dead or alive. Well, not dead, really.
I'm really the fucking best.
I'm back.
on your grid.
All right, now, let's eliminate all of the targets before we go get too cocky.
Energy mine on!
They get those engines lit, that Ethereum's as good as gone.
Reloading! Got contact!
Looks like a bird without wings. All extractors down and dusted.
Solid execution, squad. We'll send in a team to clean up the wreckage.
Check their fire! I'm driving! Vagabonds marked!
Yo, brother.
I got you. I'll take it. On your six. Pack punch marked. Changing mags. Let's move.
Copy that. That only gets you out so nicely. Approaching exit location in T-minus 15 seconds.
Double points.
Setting down. Do me and my shrink a favor and don't be under the chopper as I do. LZ is hot. Move it. Your exfil is gonna need an exfil.
JLTV here.
Now, none of us are making it out.
That's right.
Right, electronics are going absolutely mental down here. I've got my people hiding out back till this soaker blows over.
Hang tight, Sergeant.
Who the fuck?
Enemy convoys that way.
Las dos veces. Coño, vamos a... Motherfucker.
Track marked. Let's move.
Bonus points.
Buy station right here. I'm driving. Indicating scores on 100 seconds left. Moving to my mark. Strike team, requesting immediate air lift of the easy.
Opposition team, I'm starting to storm fast as I can. Extract Kilo, 15 seconds to LZ.
Don't care.
Jey Uso, and now Drew McIntyre, ripping apart the announce table. Rhea Ripley just told McIntyre to finish him off, and it is looking bleak right now.
Judgment Day may have the advantage at War Games, but Cody, Sammy, Seth, and Jay have the advantage tonight. I'm so glad that you guys have got the advantage. I'm so glad you have a star the caliber level of a Drew McIntyre with you, because we're not alone. We found the fifth member, somebody that I have a legacy with. You know what I'm talking about, right? Why are you looking at me that way? You're looking at me like I'm prey, like we're prey. Did you not know? With us is the apex predator. Matter of fact, I think all these people know who it is. I have a legacy with. You know what I'm talking about, right? Why are you looking at me that way? You're looking at me like I'm prey, like we're prey. Did you not know? With us is the apex predator. Matter of fact, I think all these people know who it is too. You know what I'm talking about, right? Why are you looking at me that way? You're looking at me like I'm prey, like we're prey. Did you not know? With us is the apex predator. Matter of fact, I think all these people know who it is too. That's right. You're not just hearing voices inside your head, because these people here tonight, they're right. They're right. Because these people here tonight, they're right. Come on!
Why didn't Randy Orton appear on WWE Raw? The best and worst of WWE Raw, John Cena's WWE comeback plans never included major match. Jake Paul opens up about Logan Paul taking the United States Championship. Into the shower, WWE believes MJF has already re-signed with AEW. WB Hall of Famer believes Ronda Rousey is overrated. Damian Priest and Finn Balor to be stripped of their titles following WWE Raw. Triple H secretly prevents Drew McIntyre from joining AEW in 2024. Jey Uso's unfinished business with Randy Orton. Let's jump right into it. The best and worst of WWE Raw. The final WWE Raw before Survivor Series featured some big moments, including the confirmation of Randy Orton's long-awaited return. However, it wasn't the only notable thing to happen tonight. The Red Brand continues to progress its main stories seamlessly, with one of them coming to an end at Survivor Series. However, how was the final build overall? Let's look at the biggest positives and negatives from WWE Raw.
Are you ready?
Best. A good night for women, as WWE Raw's top female
I want the ray gun,
champion
brothers. You're gonna give me the ray
the
gun.
division she leads continues to thrive. Multiple women's matches were highlighted here as Nia Jax and Becky Lynch earned big wins. The Simone Star might be Rhea Ripley's next challenger, as she emphatically defeated Raquel Rodriguez. Meanwhile, the man pinned Xia Li before several SmackDown stars invaded WWE Raw. Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Shotzi, and Bianca Belair fought with damage control in a preview for the Women's War Games match at Survivor Series. It was simple and effective, but there should be consequences. Adam Pearce has his work cut out for him. Number 2, worst, Chelsea and Piper's next opponent. We finally got new challenger for the Women's Tag Team Championship as Natalya and Tegan Nox won a multi-woman bout to earn a shot. This continues Natty's tired feud with Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, but at least the titles will be defended. All other teams in the match could be used to win, with Kaden Carter and Katana Chance being the top candidates. They are an established tag team and should be the next champion. The one positive is that the Women's Tag Team division finally has some attention. Number 2, Best, Gunther, and The Miz cut intense promos on WWE Raw before Survivor Series. The Miz showcased his incredible promo skills on WWE Raw as he delivered another passionate speech ahead of Survivor Series. Gunther also cut a fine promo, establishing him as a high and mighty bully. The ring general even countered the USA chants at him perfect. While the result at Survivor Series isn't in any doubt, The Miz gained much crowd support. His past of getting bullied in the locker room was brought up again, but the fact that he's still going strong is a testament to the A-listers' resilience. The battle between sports and entertainment is always interesting, with Gunther and The Miz being the perfect representatives for each side. Number 1, worst. Not one way or another. Shinsuke Nakamura defeated Chad Gable in a solid match on WWE Raw, but the outcome felt very non-committal. The Japanese star won with a cheap sitting roll-up, which doesn't do him too many favors. If Nakamura would hold an open challenge for CM Punk at Survivor Series, he should have won with Uso. On the other side, Chad Gable could have also used a victory. If there isn't a concrete plan for Shinsuke Nakamura, the Alpha Academy members should have won. Number 1, Best, Randy Orton is finally back. Of course, it had to be this. After 18 months on the shelf, Randy Orton's return has finally been announced. He didn't show up on WWE Raw, but that's fine. Survivor Series will be even more epic as a result. Following a fun match between Drew McIntyre and Jey Uso for War Games advantage, all hell broke loose. The Judgment Day attacked main event Jey after he got champion for Orton, Cody Rhodes gave many references to him before confirming the Viper as the final member of his War Games team. A great pop to end WWE Raw makes Survivor Series can't miss. John Cena's WWE comeback plans never included major match. John Cena's recent WWE comeback run included several first-time matchups. He was rumored for a big role at Survivor Series, but a new report has dismissed that idea. Cena returned to WWE in September as the SAG AFC Rice Strikes Protocol on his college projects. He last wrestled at Crown Jewel on November 4th and lost to Solo Sikoa. The 46-year-old superstar announced days later, 2 days after the end of the strikes, that he underwent successful arm surgery and had another arm operation planned. It was rumored this week that Cena was discussed for a role in the men's War Games match at Survivor Series. However, a new report from Ringside News dismisses this rumor, noting that Cena's recent run never included a Survivor Series appearance. This latest report noted that Cena agreed to come back and then finish up, specifically at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. A source, who is said to be a tenured member of WWE Creative, claimed the original report on Cena being discussed for Survivor Series was fabricated. Cena's sports entertainment future is up in the air at this point. It remains to be seen when the future Hall of Famer will be back on Raw or SmackDown, but he will be back at some point. Tonight's Raw from the Van Andel Arena in Grand Rapids, Michigan, will feature the Red Brand's Gold on Hype for Saturday's Survivor Series PLE. The advantage for men's War Games was determined tonight as one superstar from each team does battle in a singles match. The current lineup for men's War Games is the Judgment Day, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, and JD McDonough versus Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, and Sami Zayn. What did you think of John Cena's recent comeback? Do you think he should have been a part of War Games? Jake Paul opens up about Logan Paul taking the United States Championship into the shower. Jake Paul, the brother of WWE superstar Logan Paul, recently shared his views on the latter taking a shower while wearing his United States Championship belt. Logan Paul defeated Rey Mysterio at Crown Jewel to win the United States Championship. The YouTube sensation impressed everyone with his wrestling ability and won his first title in WWE. Following the win, the 28-year-old shared some NSFW images on his Instagram account. In one of those pictures, the Maverick was taking a shower while wearing the U.S. title belt. Speaking with Justin Barrasso of Sports Illustrated, Jake Paul stated that he's proud of Logan Paul's recent accomplishments and appreciated his brother's mentor rise in WWE. Calvin Trial also talked about Logan taking the United States Championship to his shower. It's crazy how fast he's excelled and ascended to the United States Champion. No one could have expected Logan to be this perfect for WWE. I don't think anyone there expected him to be wearing the belt around naked either, but I guess that's what you get when you sign up with the Paul brothers. What Logan's doing, it's amazing to see how good he is at the sport. I'm so proud of him. This is just the start of what he's going to accomplish in WWE, Jake Paul said. Logan Paul was visibly delighted following his first title win in WWE. During a backstage interview after his match, the Maverick hit back at the fans who kept questioning his ability. The YouTube sensation claimed to have earned the United States Championship and urged fans to keep an eye on him and watch what he can do, further stating that the title win is just a legacy. Been seeing a lot of y'all saying that I'm spoon-fed, that this title was given to me, that I haven't earned it. Let's get one thing straight. I'm from Clinton. Everything is earned. Nothing is given. I work harder than your simple minds can even comprehend. I do more in 12 hours than you do in 12 months. My blueprint cannot be duplicated. My pace is unmatched. I'm not playing the same games as y'all, son. I've beaten the Matrix. I'm the architect. Mark my word. The WWE Universe is my universe, and this belt is just the beginning of that. Watch what I can do, he said. What are your thoughts on Logan Paul's WWE run so far? WBD believes MJF has already re-signed with AEW. A new report suggests that WWE believes a top star has already re-signed with All Elite Wrestling and will not become a free agent next year. Earlier today, it was reported by House of Wrestling that there is a belief within the company that AEW World Champion MJF has already signed a contract extension, and the bidding war of 2024 is nothing more than an AEW storyline. House of Wrestling's report also added that there have not been substantial negotiations between the two sides, and their source believes Maxwell Jacob Friedman is under contract with AEW until 2027. Ringside News has provided an update after reaching out to a tenured member of WWE's creative team. The source informed Ringside News that the report is accurate and the promotion is operating under the impression that the AEW World Champion has already agreed to an extension. Legendary wrestling journalist Bill Apter believes MJF would excel as a superstar if he ever decided to depart All Elite Wrestling. Speaking on Sportskeeda, the Wrestling Time Machine podcast, Bill Apter discussed Maxwell Jacob Friedman signed with the promotion with Mac Davis and Teddy Long. Apter noted that the AEW champion may have to change some language if he signed with the promotion. We talked on our last Time Machine about that. If he goes to WWE, will he be the same? Other than the bad language he won't be able to use, I think, yeah, Apter stated. Keep this in mind now. Nobody knew when big star Jade Cargill might be in WWE. That's a lot of pressure on her, but fans knew who she was, so WWE gets that slap in the face that people do watch AEW. The fans are going to know who MJF is just as well as they knew who Jade Cargill is. But other than the language barrier, Friedman overcame a brutal attack from the Guns at Full Gear to retain the AEW World Championship against Jay White in the main event this past Saturday night. It will be interesting to see what the future holds for MJF, and if his rumored contract extension turns out to be a reality. Do you think MJF will ever leave AEW? WWE Hall of Famer believes Ronda Rousey is overrated. A WWE Hall of Famer didn't mince any words when she described Ronda Rousey's professional wrestling career. Rousey officially became a WWE superstar in 2017 before making her debut less than a year later at the 2018 Royal Rumble. She had her first match at WrestleMania 34, teaming up with Kurt Angle to defeat Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. Rousey's WWE tenure was less than 3 years in total. She was a two-time SmackDown Women's Champion, one-time Raw Women's Champion, one-time WWE Women's Tag Team Champion, and one-time Royal Rumble winner. Despite her accomplishments, WWE Hall of Famer and former Raw General Manager Eric Bischoff thinks that Rousey's career is overrated. Bischoff explained on his 83 Weeks podcast that he doesn't get the appeal Ronda has, at least in terms of wrestling. I think in terms of the professional wrestling industry, she's overrated, Bischoff said. An obviously very accomplished mixed martial artist, very accomplished in phenomenal athlete, but she never pushed for me to despite a push from out. Ronda Rousey's tenure with WWE ended at SummerSlam 2023 when she lost to Shayna Baszler in an MMA rules match. Rousey seemingly retired from wrestling on October 11th before returning to the ring 15 days later on the independent circuit. As mentioned, Ronda Rousey came out of retirement late last month. She teamed up with Marina Shafir to take on Taya Valkyrie and Brian Kendrick at a Lucha Vavoom event on October 26. Rousey teamed up with Shafir again about a month later at Pro Wrestling Revolver's event called Unreal. They faced off against Athena and Billy Starks. The match ending in no contest. She then appeared on ROH's tapings a day later for a rematch against Athena and Starks. Tony Khan clarified at the AEW Full Gear press conference that Rousey has not signed a contract, but they did discuss a potential partnership moving forward. How would you describe Ronda Rousey's time in WWE? Damian Priest and Finn Balor to be stripped of their titles following WWE Raw. Damian Priest and Finn Balor are the current undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions on Raw. The Judgment Day members won the tag titles from Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso on the October 16, 2023 episode of The Red Brand. With that being said, the pair might not be the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions for long in the wake of a meeting between Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis. The SmackDown general manager met his Raw counterpart during the show, and the two went into Pearce's office. It is possible that the two officials could have discussed splitting the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship. If that happened, undisputed champions for long in the wake of a meeting between Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis. The SmackDown general manager met his Raw counterpart during the show, and the two went into Pearce's office. It is possible that the two officials could have discussed splitting the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship. If that happens, then Damian Priest and Finn Balor will have no choice but to revert to being the Raw Tag Team Champion. Ideally, Aldis would hold a tournament to determine the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions after getting the titles back to the blue brand. This would be similar to how Daniel Bryan, now known as Bryan Danielson, and Shane McMahon held a tournament to determine the first ever SmackDown Tag Team Champions following the 2016 brand split. Aldis and Pearce could also rename the tag titles on their respective brands. The tag team titles on Raw could be called the World Tag Team Championship, whereas SmackDown could have the WWE Tag Team Championship. Damian Priest and Finn Balor will defend the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship against the Street Profits this Friday on SmackDown. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins survived a triple threat tag team match to earn a shot at the Tag Team Champions. For those unaware, the pair defeated Pretty Deadly, Elvis Presley, Jay Wilson, and the Brawling Brutes, Butch and Rich Holland, following a miscommunication between Holland and Butch in the match. It remains to be seen if Priest and Balor will retain their undisputed WWE Tag Team titles on the final SmackDown before Survivor Series War Games 2023. Do you think the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship will be split on the two brands? Triple H secretly prevents Drew McIntyre from joining the EW in 2024. The WWE Universe is convinced Triple H has secretly secured a top Raw superstar from jumping ship to AEW next year. That name in question is Drew McIntyre. The Scottish Warrior's future with the Stanford-based promotion has been the talk of the wrestling world for months now. The 38-year-old superstar is said to have entered the final year of his contract, and interestingly, the two sides are getting put in a contract. Wrestling during a visit to London for All In this year. Recent reports have suggested that McIntyre's current deal is set to expire sometime in 2024. Despite his gloomy future, Drew McIntyre has been heavily featured on Raw and has undergone a drastic character, which saw him finally embrace a full-blown heel turn. The company has now featured the Scottish Warrior on the new promotional poster for Bash in Berlin, which takes place 4 months after his contract supposedly expires. His inclusion on Germany's first premium live event poster is by no means a confirmation that he has secretly re-signed with the Stanford-based company, but these subtle hints may have laid ongoing rumors of his potential WWE departure in 2024 to rest, at least in the eyes of fans. Earlier this year, Triple H addressed rumors of Drew McIntyre being unhappy with his contract status during the press conference following Money in the Bank. Triple H immediately debunked the speculation and made it clear that he wanted the Scottish Warrior to stick around for the rest of his career. If Drew had an issue, it is news to me. He just was out with an injury and getting some stuff fixed. While he was out, something else he wanted to get fixed. He did it, and here he is. Performer, and he is one of the highlight superstars of his time frame in this era. Thrilled to have him back, and hopefully he's here for the rest of his career. That is how I feel about it, said Triple H. After turning heel on Monday Night Raw last week, McIntyre is expected to partner up with the Judgment Day members against Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, and Sami Zayn in a War Games match this Saturday. Will Team Rhodes find a new member to even the odds? Only time will tell. Do you think Drew McIntyre should re-sign with WWE? Jey Uso's unfinished business with Randy Orton. Cody Rhodes announced Randy Orton's return during the final moments of Raw, but what happened when the cameras stopped rolling? At Survivor Series War Games 2023, the Viper will return to WWE. He will join Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, and Sami Zayn, and the baby faces will take on Judgment Day in a War Games match. Cody Rhodes announced Randy Orton's return on tonight's episode of Raw to a massive pop from the crowd. After the show went off the air, the baby faces stood in the ring, and Cody cut a quick promo requesting Jey Uso to yell his signature catchphrase. Cody then thanked the fans for watching the show before the baby faces left the ring. Cody Rhodes and Orton have quite a bit of history together. Orton, Cody, and Ted DiBiase Jr. formed the Legacy back in the day. The heel faction battled WWE's biggest baby faces, including DX and John Cena. Cody has become a main event level star, and Orton has been left out of it. It remains to be seen if the baby faces manage to put the Judgment Day down at Survivor Series War Games now that Orton is returning. Are you excited for Randy Orton's big return? Why didn't Randy Orton appear on WWE Raw? Randy Orton didn't appear on WWE Raw despite being announced as the 5th member of Team Cody Rhodes against the Judgment Day and Drew McIntyre at Survivor Series War Games 2023. Here's why the Viper possibly didn't show up on the red brand tonight. Orton, without a doubt, is one of the most popular stars on the WWE roster today. Fans have been looking forward to his return for the past 18 months. months. By saving his comeback for the actual event, WWE is probably building up the anticipation. There's no denying that the 14-time world champion will get a thunderous ovation after he finally makes his in-ring return this Saturday at Survivor Series War Games 2023. Orton will join Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, and Jey Uso against Finn Balor, Priest, Dominic Mysterio, Madonna, and Drew McIntyre. Speaking of Jey Uso, the former Bloodline members seem to have been caught off guard when Cody Rhodes announced Randy Orton as the 5th member for his team in the men's War Games match. Jey was involved in the ruthless beatdown that cost Orton 18 months of his WWE career. It remains to be seen if the two will bury the hatchet or if the Viper will strike out of nowhere with an RKO and main event Jey Uso. Randy Orton's last televised match on WWE Raw before his back injuries caught up to him took place on May 9, 2022. The Viper tagged with Matt Riddle to retain the Raw Tag Team Championship against the Street Profits, Montez Ford, and Angelo Dawkins. His final televised match took place on May 20, 2022 episode of Friday Night SmackDown, where he and Matt Riddle dropped their Raw Tag Team Championship to then SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos. It remains to be seen how Randy Orton will fare this Saturday at Survivor Series War Games.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest at this time, Randy Orton. Randy, the entire Raw roster is still abuzz over Shane McMahon's announcement earlier tonight. I just want to know what your thoughts are.
I have no problem fighting Shane. I do have a problem, however, by the implication that I need Rhodes and DiBiase to do my work for me. They weren't there when I punted Vince in the skull. They weren't there last night when I was dealing with Shane. They won't be present for the Shane McMahon wants this fight to go when someone isn't moving. I can make it.
Ladies and gentlemen, momentarily, I'll be joined by Triple H, and we'll get his comments on the of Randy Orton. For those of you that may not have seen this tasteless incident,
help me, help me, help me. Come on, help me. Help me.
It is a mental condition where the individual, when sufficiently provoked, suffers a loss of control, resulting in outbursts of physical violence. I was not responsible for my actions. The WWE knew of my condition, but did nothing. If you fire me here tonight, I will sue you. I will file an injunction so that this year there will be no WrestleMania.
Randy, you kicked my father in the head last week, and you have the nerve to threaten me and this company?
You know what? Fire me! Let me sue this company for everything! Let me hear the words your father was about to say right before I kicked him in the skull.
Firing you would be too easy. We've got bigger plans.
Shane McMahon! Stephanie's brother, Shane McMahon?
Randy, after that deplorable and cowardly act you did to my father, I'm going to ensure that you are unable to compete at WrestleMania.
no holds barred match, pinfall, submission, only way to win.
He's measuring Orton up. Orton wins.
but the scars and wounds on Orton's body tells the story.
Randy Orton, tonight I'm gonna go out to the ring and we're gonna settle this thing until one of us isn't moving. No rules, no referees, no legacy. Just you and me in an unsanctioned fight. One way or another, this ends tonight.
I have no problem fighting Shane. I do have a problem, however, by the implication that I need Rhodes and DiBiase to do my work for me, and they won't be present later on. If Shane McMahon wants this fight to be over once someone isn't moving, I can make that happen.
Mariconha. Episode DT. Damn motherfucker, help me, nigga, help me, bitch ass niggas.
Hunter, what are your reactions? Hunter, what are your reactions, your thoughts after seeing that videotape?
You're not gonna save me, you motherfucker. The Golden Kid.
Randy Orton's been walking a fine line around here for a while.
The best of the world.
This past week on Raw, he put his hands.
Ele köpsete. Ele köpsete.
Nej, det gör det.
Doppel bloed. Tot het bloed.
A lot of people might not like my father-in-law, Vince McMahon. But he's a 63-year-old man. Randy Orton kicked him